What up, nerds? Bujo Head Jody here. I have been bullet journaling since 2017, and I would like to share my 2021 November weekly spreads with you. Alright, November, simple spreads, simple decorations, everything was very simple. The only complicated thing about this whole month was just like the number of colors I was using. So we had about like 4, maybe 5 different color pens I was using, and then like 6, I guess, color markers. So didn't do anything super fancy with them. We've got nice browns and reds and oranges and yellows and little pinks and very fall colors, very November, very Thanksgiving appropriate. So pretty simple, pretty in the wheelhouse. We've got, so the month actually starts on a Monday, which hooray, my weeks always start on Mondays, so that was good. So we got like a solid 4 weeks and then a couple days on the end. So we're starting with 1 through 7. So we have the full 7 days and then 1 column for notes. So that'll hold like all of my weekly things that I want to get done, but I don't quite know when that's gonna happen, or like things that I maybe want to remember for later, but later this month, not even necessarily, later in the year. And all my habits. So that'll all just go in this big list. And then the decorations are just these fun little swatches of color, kind of randomly thrown. There was no plan. It was just, all right, how many little things can I fill up? I had originally planned to do a couple like leaf doodles with all these colors, but started drawing a leaf and it looked bad and I hated it. So I decided to go with something much simpler, which was really nice because it was really fast. It's really simple, and I really liked it. And you can see here, I didn't even really pre-plan any of my spacing or anything like that because I knew this was going to be pretty simple, and I knew the number of spaces I needed for each. So I just sort of did that on the fly. Usually with something like that, where if like the spacing is pretty simple, I won't mark out every single week like this, but I'll do something, if there is some more complicated spacing, I will mark it out, but it's very funny what I mark out, it's usually less and less as the weeks go on. So like I'll make sure I mark where each week is, but like half the time I won't even do where the outline is. I just know it'll be like 5 spaces or 6 spaces or something like that. And since it's the same every single time, I usually have like one number that I really need to remember that I'm counting out. And since I'm doing it 4 or 5 times, it just kind of becomes automatic. So we got a bunch of different colors here. And this obviously was not at all planned out. It's just marking where the spirit moved me. And so each page is just a little bit different, but still within a theme. And it hasn't been that long, and we're already on the third week of the month. Another thing that was pretty simple was this type or script that I was using for the titles. At least the that word week there, that was actually that was the same sort of very large lowercase script that I was using for the rest of my titles in the monthly spreads, and that's a type that I've used before, and the names of the days and then the letters for notes, it's all just uppercase. So yeah, combo, lowercase, uppercase. I definitely used even spacing for the notes and the weekdays. And I did not mark out, sometimes I will separate out where my habits and my tasks are. The habits will come first in this big long column, and then I'll put my tasks. And usually in the notes column, I'll write out what I want my habits to be for that week. And since I've left it where I haven't actually marked out where they are, that way I can change which habits I want to concentrate on each week. No, I don't think I really took advantage of that for this month, but it's something that I left open so that I could if I wanted to. So I usually have for example, exercise, walk the dog, do her nails. She always has really long nails, so we work on those. And she does not like her feet to be touched. So we try those every day, or maybe usually weekdays, do a little bit. We get lots of treats. So brush her teeth. There'll be some sort of sporting event, football, this season in the spring. It will be baseball. Trying to cultivate my reading habit again. It's going okay. I am working on some t-shirt blankets, which I have done before. This bullet journaling. This is a habit as well, although usually that's the preparation of these videos. Actually writing in my bullet journal is pretty easy because I have such simple spreads like this. Doing laundry or the dishes, when the trash and recycling is picked up, various things working on my nails or playing Pokemon Go, just to remind myself oh yeah, I wanted to do that tomorrow. Make sure that's on the list. And things that I would do more than once in a week. Second part of the column would then be my tasks. So those are things that one and done. So once I've crossed it off, it's done. I'm not going to have to do it again. So usually, paying my rent, or, there's a dentist appointment or something like that. Or I need to fix my coffee table because the leg keeps falling off. List those underneath where the habits end. And actually for this month I put them in a different color, slightly different color, to sort of separate them out. And usually I won't have as many tasks as I do habits. I've cultivated a lot of habits. But with my tasks, it'll usually be 1 or 2 a day. I do work. I have to do other things. So a lot of time to do extra stuff. And then for the end of this month here, I'm also including this brain dump, which, just general notes, sort of more free form. The notes section in the weekly spreads are basically for writing out my list of the habits and then weekly tasks that I need to do. It's less of a free-form notes it's more things I do need to check off. Whereas the brain dump would be things that I need to remember for the future. Probably gonna write down my Thanksgiving menu there. Just sort of things like I've done stuff like, oh, here are the dimensions of these posters that I want to get framed, just so I have them all in one space when I want to make that purchase. And I do give myself a little extra space. Sometimes I don't even use it, I don't even have something I want to write down for that month. But it's nice to have it. I like to include it around the weeklies because there's some extra space there that needs to be filled up. So, nice use of space that would otherwise go unused. So yeah, simple spreads, simple decorations, and all the weeks of November. Thanks a lot. Bye.